perfectionistic tendencies that make it hard for me to see. I'm overcomplicating everything. We got a good thing going, and I'm sure I'll find a way to see a reason why things aren't okay. I know you don't expect perfection, even with my best intentions. The world that I can do is show me. I need to step back, baby, and I see that sometimes it's okay to let things be. That's why I am good enough for you, and baby, good enough, it's good enough for me. So am I good, and I'm good enough. So are we good, so are we good enough? I guess it's good, I guess it's good. I think it's good. Step back, finally I see that sometimes it's okay to let things be. And if you say that I am good enough for you, and baby, good enough is good enough for me too.
Lovely. Hello and welcome to the Pink Sofa Hour. My name is Pedro. I'm joined today by Hand Turkey. Hi guys.
What's up?
That's how you kick off a show.
Yeah.
That was really, really fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
What was the name of that tune?
That's good enough. It's I think our most it's not our most recent single at all. I'm
Not
a
at all.
liar.
But it's coming out next
The lives
Friday.
come out already.
Yeah. We put that song out in February as a live recording to sort of like tease the album that we've been working on for the last couple months, which is coming out next Friday. So the official recorded version is going to be out very soon.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. So you guys have some singles out.
Mm-hmm.
Are those going to be part of the album, or is this album completely new music?
Yeah, they'll be part of the album. It's sort of a concept-y thing. Basically, like, we started working on this like 2 years ago, and like Andy had been working on all these songs for like a couple years, and they were sort of these like mostly upbeat, kind of happy songs. He just got engaged, things were going good, and I was just gotten broken up with, so it was kind of sad, and he was like writing all these like moody songs. So then when we put them in the like right order, it kind of tells a story. So I decided to try to like lean into that a little bit, but
Very
yeah.
exciting. Very exciting. We'll get right back to that, but first, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves?
All right.
Tell me what instrument. Obviously, you play an instrument. That's
What instrument do you play?
let's just kick it off, and because we may put this on later as just a soundtrack, so
Yeah.
you know some people might not listen to
Sure.
the video. Listen
Totally.
to the video.
It'd be hard to
Go
do.
on.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Amy. I'm on the tenor saxophone.
My name is Andy on lead vocals.
Eric, I play guitar and sing a little bit.
I'm Nikki, and I hit things.
Drums.
Yeah.
Classic drummer answer.
Yeah.
He does the beefcake too. No. I'm Steven. I slap things that make low noises.
And I'm Tyler, and I play keys.
A normal answer. Great.
So how long have you guys known each other?
Oh, a long time. Some
Depends.
much longer than others. I met a few people in high school. Me,
Yeah.
Eric, and Steven all went to high school together.
Yeah.
Feels like there's a good bit of chemistry between you guys.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's
Hope so.
to blame.
It was actually Spanish class.
Yeah.
Steve
I
let me
mean,
cheat
no.
off him in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's how we became friends.
I met Eric doing musical theater in Loveland, Colorado.
Newsies.
Yep.
I played in college big band with Steven and Eric. So.
And Nikki. Nikki was there.
Yeah,
Playing trumpet. Then Tyler's the newest member of our outfit. Our last keys players decided to move to Spain, so on
Wow.
recommendation, we got Tyler in.
We're real happy.
He's
about that.
killing.
Yeah, you guys
So-
sound really tight. It's great to see.
Thanks.
And your music, you would describe it, well, it is described on your page as funky, soulful, and jazzy. That definitely is a lovely combination that, to me, speaks volumes about probably how much music education is sitting on the sofa and or any other chairs.
Yeah.
So, I heard a little bit about
Accepting.
musical theater, I heard a little bit about, was it symphonic band? What instruments did you guys start on? This
I actually
one by one
started
question, yeah.
on percussion in 6th grade
Wow.
because my district didn't allow us to start on saxophone. We had to play a year on clarinet. I didn't want to do that. So I played percussion for a year and then I switched to saxophone.
I started singing in elementary school, and I played guitar since elementary school as well, but way worse than like 2 or 3 of the people in this band, so we decided not to put me on the guitar in this band.
I think my first instrument was the clarinet, which I started when I was like 6, and then I have played almost every band instrument and symphonic band instrument kind of mediocrely. Played trombone through college and then piano in the big band and trying to lean into the guitar thing, but a little all over the place.
I started on piano. I have a similar path as Eric, but yeah, I started on piano when I was like 5 years old, and then kind of went down some cursed path with brass, and then ended up somehow on drums. So, you know.
This band was definitely started with a couple of us being like, man, we're not playing the instruments in bands that we want to play, so let's make an excuse to do that.
Yeah.
Nikki was playing trumpet and was like, dude, I fucking hate the trumpet. I want to drum. Man, you weren't bassing very much at that point.
Yeah, I was mostly just playing with George.
Yeah. I wasn't playing any trombone, I was just playing bass. Or I wasn't playing any guitar, rather. I was playing too much trombone. But
A lot of multi-instrumentalists. It's honestly really cool to see. Generally, people tend to specialize and focus on one thing, which you all clearly do to some degree. But it always brings a lot to the table in a band when you know that the other person can kind of play your instrument and he's got your back or hates what you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I show you how it's done?
Just hand it over.
Yeah.
What was the last show you guys played? The Mono Neon show.
That was a big one.
Okay.
Played in Alamosa last
Alamosa.
weekend, and then we played at a fire station up the Pooter. We played around a fair
Yeah, we drove for 12 hours to gigs last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Driving
cool.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little later than the fall last year, I sent an email to every city in the state and said, hey, can we? Do you have a concert series that we can play at? And 10% of them got back to me, and
Wow.
they're all over the place.
Yeah, that's a way to get gigs for sure. Just cold calling up every city that you can drive to.
The summer before that, I cold called every restaurant in the that I could find. I just Googled live music and went down the list.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy's a monster. He's
a machine, for sure.
The email.
I guess vocalists gotta pull it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not playing a piano.
Yeah, I bring this, so you bring this stuff.
Right. Load-ins and stuff. Aside from all those bad memes, do you guys have any personal memes, perhaps around the logo currently, that's been floating around? I feel like I've seen so many versions of that thing, and I'm obsessed with it, because people get so many fun different takes, and follow-up question, where did the name come from? That's
That's
iconic.
It was our original keyboard player's childhood email account. And we were like, that goes great on a t-shirt. So like,
Wow.
we had a very reachable. Yeah.
We had this big spreadsheet of like
Oh god.
1,000 names.
we still have it.
We have it
somewhere. It exists
in the whole
somewhere.
spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of like terrible fucking names.
But
As far as band memes go, when we started recording our first album, Eric and I sat down and he was like, all right, Andy, what color do you want to be on the track? And I said, I don't care, make me puke green. And so I've been puke green on every recording for our entire history.
You can hear it too.
I'm mixing that puke tone just for you.
Yes,
But
That, and the fact that we've like never called a song by its actual name
Oh, yeah.
ever. So like we'll be going through the set list and it's just like complete nonsense.
It's a real nice for somebody who's.
Tyler was just like, what is Kiss This Fish? I don't know what you're doing.
yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be really nice when you start handing out set lists to your fans.
Oh yeah.
People are going to be very confused.
I've never heard this song before.
Man.
Why was I at that show?
Yeah.
What about that Mono Neon show though? I have to say Mono Neon is one of my favorite bases of all time. And I gotta
He's
hear,
a legend.
how did you guys get that gig? When did you start screaming? What was that like?
He actually just reached out to us and invited us to play. They opened up for Melt back at the end of last year, and we did well, and so they called us back when Mono Neon came through. It was a ton of fun. He's so sick, and his band is so sick.
Andy was getting married the next day.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow.
And that had been in the books for a long time. And Andy was like, on the chance that we get this gig, I'm going to rearrange my whole wedding rehearsal dinner so that I, who's best man, could drive from Silverthorne to Fort Collins to make the gig. We got a vocal sub for Andy, but like,
Yeah.
he's like, as soon as when did we start screaming? It's like, got the email, was like, hey, we're thinking you're in contention to open up for Mono Neon. Drop everything. Even Andy's wedding.
My fiance Alex, so there's some stuff here. I won't do it, I promise. I'll be at our rehearsal dinner, but there's some stuff.
I rescheduled a trip overseas to stay behind.
Yeah. So instant.
Yeah, who's gonna miss my wedding? No problem. But when the Mono Neon song came out, he was like, all right. Yeah.
Any fun stories from that show? From the crowd, from backstage, rehearsal stuff?
Mono Neon is just a quirky guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have one interaction. Really? I don't know. He just, I've never seen him not wearing quotes. Like he's just in every moment of the day he's wearing quotes, and he is like. The way he interacts with people is very cool. He's a very friendly guy. Yeah, I don't know. I had one interaction with him. He's like, "Yo, what's up?" and then just like walk back downstairs.
I feel like it was mostly in the green room that we were not a part of.
Yeah. Sorry, you go.
No, I was just gonna say one of our FOCO friends has his signature fart pedal and was able to get it signed by him at the end of the show, which was pretty sick.
Cool.
So.
Gnarly colors over the person. Yeah, he did rip
That's awesome.
It was killer.
So, what would be for you guys the dream band to open up for? Considering your sound and where it is that you fit on the musical spectrum, I feel like I have some mental fits. That would work, but I want to hear from you
Yeah, I'd say
guys.
Lawrence.
Probably Lawrence.
We've been trying to open for Couch for like a year. We saw them when they came through and played at Louisville and like accosted them and threw it. So one of these days it'll happen.
Couch is cool.
Yeah. We've since run into them a couple times, and they're just like the nicest people on the
Yeah.
planet.
Oh my God.
They like, we were like, hey, how did you guys do it? And they like hopped in a call, and we're like, all right, here's how we do our marketing, and like here's the way that
Yeah, I
like,
talked to Zach from Couch for like an hour and a half, and he was just like, okay, step by step, this is what you do. And we followed it all.
super down to earth dudes. So I mean, it would be super fun to get to play with them.
Sweet dudes, yeah.
Yeah. Who else would it be?
Sammy Ray.
Lawrence.
Sammy Ray. Yeah, Sammy Ray would be amazing.
I definitely hear like the jazzy, funky influence of just, I mean, like I've listened to your guys' discography, but in
Thanks.
person it hits a little harder, I'd say. And some people that are also sort of on the spectrum, like Bad, Not Good,
Yeah.
or any of those guys.
Yeah.
How do we not? We don't feel. I feel like we're not cool enough to.
Put ourselves in that room. Just shit the bed.
I wear them at a lot of shows. This is literally, he built this, knocked off of the Joe Dart signature.
Yeah.
We just added a P-bass pickup.
I see.
say that, bro.
I know.
You're gonna get sued. It's
Copyright.
the body. You can only sue for the headstock. The body is a functional shape, so you can't.
The guitar and bass were both made by Eric.
So
For context.
That's pretty fun. But yeah, definitely Wolfpack, Corey Wong. I mean, monster.
Did you go to Mercury school, Eric?
No, I had a really cool shop teacher in high school who had a CNC machine and he didn't know how to use it, and he's like, hey, will you teach me how to use this CNC machine? So I built a guitar in SolidWorks, CAD software, and made one. It was a total piece of shit, and I was like, you know what, I could do that better. And I made the next one, and I was like, I could do that better. And
Now Eric has 100 guitars.
yeah, I think I've made 13 at this point. Sold a handful of them around and stuff. Steven's been really great about,
Buying your bass.
being like, hey man, will you make me another one so that you can I make me another one?
Do it. I need a fretless. I need 3 fretless.
Yeah, so definitely my best customer right there. But
He's been working on mine for 2 years.
yeah. After this album comes out, that's literally the next thing on my list of things to do. So
Tell me what your guys' favorite song to play is.
Sure, it's different for everyone.
That's a rigged question. I think everyone's probably different.
Well, it's a one-on-one question.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one.
In fact, I like asking questions with big bands that let them get to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
Sure. I like Mind Reader
yeah.
because I get to I feel like I have a lot of power as the because when I get way too fast. I get way too fast if I want to make it way too fast, and that brings me a lot of joy sometimes. Seeing how people just we're so fast. Yeah, I second that.
Also because of Nikki's power.
Power. Do you like being submissive?
All right.
We're learning some stuff about Italian too, you know?
Wow, it's that carpooling connection.
We do,
So you're just not moving in song, whatever that one's called?
checking it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we do Heartless Heart, and we go straight into No Us. We have a 2-song, one goes right into the other one, and that's just really good to me.
Something.
Yeah, we're good. Plus, I get to just scream that entire song, which is my default mode.
Doesn't have to hold back even a little bit.
Yeah. No one is telling me, Eddie, can you chill, please?
Yeah, I think that's pretty dope. Connecting.
It is.
Two songs. I like that.
I think mine might be Miss This Kiss. I think that one just it goes really hard. It's got the streetlight thing in it.
Streetlight
It's just a really good way to end the set. I feel like that leaves me on a really good high. So there's nothing afterwards to be oh dang. It's just all right,
Yeah,
that one out into the
That's
sunset.
my favorite song, for the record.
All right,
Nice. Yeah, live we do that. We do the 40 days horn break instead of the one that we wrote.
Streetlight Manifesto, Horn Break. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, we should play that one. We should just get Lost at Sea or something.
Okay.
It's his favorite. We should play it.
I mean, okay, but
You're not doing anything for me.
Yeah, but what if we want to?
It's my favorite too.
I won't fight it.
What's your favorite game? Oh, sorry.
I have to go with either Good Enough or Out on the Town.
Okay.
Good Enough's definitely my favorite song of ours, but Out on the Town is fun because I screw around with it to a distasteful often.
distasteful amount of squigglies.
Honestly, not even squigglies. Just there's only so much patience I have for playing the same ostinato for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially if we have multiple gigs in a week,
It gets weird.
butchered.
I feel like my favorite one to listen to is Good Enough. Probably my favorite one to play, just because there are some really fun horn lines in it, is Miss This Kiss. Some cool horns.
Alright,
horn solos.
that's a
I
lot.
like Open Horns a lot, yeah.
Yeah. That one was one where Amy and I were just in a room, just singing stuff back to each other, and Amy can just play anything I sing at her. Just sing a little bit. No, not that. It's just real time finale. It's so much better.
I hated that. They were so good at that.
Oh yeah, it's infuriating.
Sorry.
But also just the fucking best. It's so sick, yeah. In rehearsals when we're like, hey, can you just play it like this? And then they do it, it's like, fuck me.
You go, yeah, like that.
Yeah. That's fun.
Nice. Did we cover... Tyler, did you say what your favorite song to play was?
Yeah, it was Mind Reader.
Mind Reader, okay.
For Nikki's power.
Yeah, because
That's the only reason. It's usually a pretty good segue out of that question. If you guys, wanted to play another song, I'm not gonna say no.
Don't miss this
If you
kiss
want.
right now.
This kid.
Okay.
The people have spoken. The person has spoken.
Okay, ready?
Hey, I see you hanging around. I'm afraid to say the truth. Stand out from the crowd. Your name, well, that's a sound. I could stand to hear you going round and round, but all these people here, it's so hard to see. Conversation to the top of your head. I will walk away, turn another day, thinking about you, and I don't understand. That I was waiting, to see that I was waiting for this. The doors were taking, to even with this endless things. I never still waiting, I never wanna feel these. To leave me behind, I never wanna miss this kiss. Wait, I see it in your eyes. Mustering up the strength to say what's on your mind. Must be fate or design. Inside you're feeling just the way you feel inside. Even with all the people here, bound by the steel conversation. It's all in your head. Oh, I will walk away. Sorry, another time. Something about you that I gotta understand. That I was waiting for this. The doors were taking, even with this endless things. I never still waiting, I never wanna feel this. To leave me behind, I never wanna miss this. Say that I was waiting, and you can say that I was waiting for this. Now it's yours to be taken. You ain't giving me this endless. Now I'm still waiting. 'Cause I never wanna feel this. To leave me behind. I never wanna miss this kiss.
Gosh, that song ends so quickly. I always...
It's nice.
I just need a little off guard. I love it. That's definitely, now hearing it in person, my favorite.
Right on.
I don't think you guys can top the combination of funk guitar and like the open space sometimes that happens with the kit sort of like taking over and just holding down the groove and just it's overall just a really well composed song. I like it.
Thanks. I wrote that
In the car.
in the car, yeah. Started writing the demo for that in the car about the first time that I met my now wife. Eric was it was at the theater where Eric and I met, and Eric was running back and forth to their table. It was a dinner theater, and like passing notes like it was middle school. He thinks you're hot. No, she thinks you're hot.
She was driving me to school at 8 a.m. for music theory, and was very patient with like texting me, and I would be like my call to get up. And Andy was sleeping on my couch at the time because he was living in Evergreen, didn't want to commute all the way to Loveland. And I was like, yo, you two are like my favorite people, and you both think you're hot as balls. It worked out. Better to come back and see the show again, you know.
Rest is history.
But yeah, that was fun. That was the first one we put out as a single for this record, because I think it was definitely the first one that we felt like, oh, that's it, that song's done, you know, and we sort of set out to start making a new thing after our first EP. So yeah, it was a blast.
Oh yeah, that's certainly a blast of a song. I mean, hits can mean a lot sometimes, and then if you kind of overdo them, I feel like they mean less and less each time.
Sure.
And that one I think has just like the perfect blend of like strong sort of like vocal complement to like what it is that's going on rhythmically, and then sometimes just like bam, bam, punch you in the face one more time. Yeah. So thanks for playing that for me. I always feel very lucky sitting in this chair because it's like the front row seat to a very private concert. So it's almost half the reason I do this.
A favorite song of ours, you know.
That alone means a lot to us.
Yeah.
I listen to everybody who comes on the show's entire discography, unless it's like literally like 200 songs.
Sure.
Some people out there are crazy.
Yeah.
Pushing stuff.
But yeah, you know, that's the first thing I always look for is like which one's my favorite. I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Here's a fun question for you guys. What is your favorite holiday? And of course, this you don't have to agree on this. It's a band. Like the band's favorite holiday is blank.
It's Halloween.
Yeah.
That's Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to do whatever you want. You don't have to interact with your family.
There's no mandatory family.
You can stay at home and watch movies. You can go party. You can eat way too much candy. If you want, you can get absolutely wasted, and that's okay because it's Halloween. If it's on a Tuesday, that's fine. It's Halloween. November 1st isn't real. It can't hurt you.
I feel like there's a real opportunity for you guys to capitalize on Thanksgiving and turkeys.
We've been meaning to do that.
There's not a whole lot of gigs on Thanksgiving. There really are not. We played the day after Thanksgiving for an empty gymnasium.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Which was, you know, so it paid really well.
It was one of those city gigs where I was like, hey, City of North Glen, can you give me some gigs? And she was like, yeah, I've got this one the day after Thanksgiving. And we did it for 4 people.
You got paid.
Yes, we did.
That's plus.
We had a nice paid rehearsal.
Yeah.
I'm sure those 4 people were very stoked.
I feel like it would got up to like 20 people.
Yeah. We did a kitchen thanks like Friendsgiving. Our trumpet player who is moving is like the best cook ever.
I have ever met.
Just every meal she makes is the most incredible meal I've ever eaten. We did a Lord of the Rings marathon and she made us 9 full meals for every single Hobbit meal over the course of the day. We had a rehearsal in the middle of the day. It was just like, yeah, we had breakfast, second breakfast, tea time, 11sies, luncheon.
She made Lembas bread biscuits.
Yeah, wow. And like, so the Friendsgiving was good. Like that's definitely a...
Just for us. It's not for everybody else. This is our holy day. Yeah.
It's our day off.
It's turkey day.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's funny. I should have put that on a faster.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Scooter really likes you guys.
Yeah, we sing along.
I really like Scooter, so
The feeling is mutual, man.
yeah.
He's definitely howling.
We need a backup singer, so if he wants to, join.
Yeah, we got a couple gigs that you can jump on.
He's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Imagine, that's fine.
But he's very well trained, so
What can I ask with
It's those high notes. Yeah.
he's got to pay off those student loans somehow. But yeah, I always feel like it's a funny little litmus test with Scooter and whether or not he sings along to people's music.
Okay.
it's not always the case, and I mentioned before we got started on the show that you like singing along with singer-songwriters more often than like big bands.
It's intimidating.
And you guys got him to sing pretty much right as you started, doing sound checks. So
Yeah.
Good man.
great work.
So I guess, good songwriting.
Yes.
Thank you, Scooter.
We worked really hard on it.
Yeah, he can tell. So, what was the first show you guys played as Hand Turkey?
It was at Pinball Jones.
I mean, we weren't technically hand turkey at that point.
No,
Yeah.
it was the entity of
Yeah.
Hand Turkey.
Entity to be known.
Yeah,
To be known as Hand Turkey.
Yeah.
Entity
It was
formerly
a
known as Hand Turkey.
little shitty 4-piece. We had played, maybe we had like 2 rehearsals.
Yeah.
Our keys player had just broken his hip. We like carted him down the stairs to the gig. It was like,
We were having rehearsals around his bed. He would have like a little tiny keyboard in his lap because he couldn't move.
Yeah.
So we were just like, we'd drive to his house and yeah. He's doing great now.
what did I say? It wasn't Wonderwall. What was it?
I walk above
The drums and sung that at the same time.
We also did it was like a samba.
Yeah, okay. It was the most cursed thing ever.
We did a really horrendously long chameleon. That's the wrong chameleon. But
Well, I don't know that.
yeah, I mean, every cover of Chameleon is too long, but that was like a...
That's just how funk is.
Yeah.
That song. Everybody's gotta take a solo.
Yeah, it was for a perm party. I think it was like a couple of our girlfriends were watching, and then they stopped us to like chant Torah. But it was great. It was like the Monday right before the world shut down.
Yeah.
So then we used the pandemic to just like rehearse a bunch so we could emerge out of it like better.
Like a cocoon.
Yeah, no one had to see all of the growing pains.
Yeah.
Even though plenty of people saw a lot of growing pains still, but less. Yeah. we got Andy in like a year after we formed, and then we're gonna have an album, like an EP release party, where we were like, oh, let's add horns, that would be fun, and then realized that horns were so sick that we couldn't put out the EP, so it came out a year after our first EP release party.
Yeah.
But that was like a year and a half after we'd been formed, so we've now had horns for longer than we haven't, which is it feels like we've had horns forever.
Yeah.
But it's like not that out of balance anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
2020 wasn't a real year, so that
Seriously.
Right. And since then, you guys have been working really hard on this full-length LP that's coming out in 2 weeks.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
days.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
very cool.
After this, Eric is gonna go home and just grind the rest of it out.
It's got to be submitted tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost there.
You got time.
I got time. I was up till 6 last night. This morning.
What is time?
Yeah.
Last night.
And then I slept out all
the time.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think you put into this at this point? Certainly hundreds.
Yeah, it's a lot. A lot. I don't know. We started recording it in January. We're like doing it in my basement. I've like built a bunch of like sound panels.
That was
like
one of the questions.
Yeah,
Whose basement?
It was Steven was living with me at the time. Our trumpet player was living with me. She's moving to Seattle. Nikki's now living with me. So it's, the
Hand turkey house.
the hand turkey house. But yeah, we had a whole
The
band assembly line.
house.
We call it the Westminster Trap House.
WTA.
There's a mat at the front door that says it's not a trap house, it's a trap home.
We should honestly change it to
Thanksgiving
like Mr.
somewhere.
Trap Home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But between like Steven and I, like we've both like grown up kind of around like musical recording people, so we've been like amassing our recording equipment forever.
Yeah.
And then now like a bunch of us are like working as like engineers, and actually like have
Okay.
some like income to throw at like some stuff. So
Right.
yeah, it's just been trying to like build out the studio and make it happen.
Oh yeah. That's super cool. And are there any songs on this new LP that aren't released yet, or?
The majority of them, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
We've released
6 out of 10.
Yeah. It's a good enough vibe.
yeah, right, good enough.
Yeah.
I guess you probably play them live though.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's only one that we haven't played in front of an audience yet.
We're gonna play that for the first time on our album release on Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Is that next Friday?
Mhm.
Lost Lake?
Yes, it is. However, we just found out yesterday that we have completely sold it out.
Sick!
Yeah.
Congratulations. No more tickets.
Yeah. If anyone wants to come, they gotta come next time. But pretty excited about it.
Break out a window.
Yeah. It'll fit the Lost Lake aesthetic, you know.
Just cut the lines there.
I hope I didn't hear that.
No, they love me there.
Yeah.
Lost Lake is great.
Yeah. Oh, it's a really fun place.
So I know you guys want to play more than 2 songs, and I would like to let you know that we are currently 2/3 of the way through the album.
All right.
So if there are some more songs that you'd like to play, now is the time to start digging in.
Out of town or last seat? What are you feeling?
Let's do Out in Town. I like that one better. And it's not out yet.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
People hype.
Don't pretend I know just what it is I'm looking for. I need you to stick around, just wanna feel inside. The moon right before has darkened around, and we know that nobody's playing around, nobody's asking why. 'Cause tonight, so I just won't stand this moment. Tonight, there is nothing left between us. The conversation wanes, we don't have enough in common to self-sustain it. We aren't a reason why, just wanna be, why not? I'm trying not to be plain, but I think that what we're hitting at should be contained between the bedroom's walls. Let's make the most of the time we got. 'Cause tonight, so why don't we share this moment at the sunlight? Always back into our own, so there's nothing left between us. This time's running out.
there.
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Reprise. Reprise.
Bridge into a reprise.
Point.
You ready, Chris?
And that's out on the town.
Yep. We'll be coming out with the album on the 25th.
Yeah.
26th, I guess.
Sick.
You'll be able to pre-save it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I already pre-saved it. I got in.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it before it's even
Yeah,
submitted.
you did.
That's
I'm
good stuff.
amazed. I
Changed
don't know how
my
you're doing
locks,
that.
you know?
I've been in software for a
I need
long
your,
time.
your
Yeah,
time
yeah.
travel
Got it.
software that you're using.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Really
about
smooth
it.
And
things
you've
out.
learned some things.
I know.
How are you guys feeling?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Man.
No, this is a great little
It's a great
place.
time.
Thanks for having us.
It's a fun little time that I like to have here with people, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we've got three more songs that you guys wanted to get into, but I like to kind of have at least a minute or two of interlude in between
Yeah.
to just have a chat. Aside from the album release party, do you guys have any other plans coming up for shows?
Yes. So the day after the album release party, we're playing the Englewood Block Party.
Oh, good.
And then there's a bunch of stuff on the calendar. We're gonna get hopefully, if they get back to us, be playing the Denver Oktoberfest. We're gonna be playing Jammin' on the Jetty at Sloan's Lake, and we're gonna be opening
cool.
for Giacomo Tura at the Lanes in Fort Collins.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That dude's a monster. I'm super stoked for that one. That's a weird little spot in Fort Collins because it's like in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And the Mishawaka
It
owns
is a
it.
bowling alley.
And it's just like, yeah, it is a bowling alley.
There's
The green
another
room's
one
a
down
school
here.
bus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
There's
100
another one
nickel.
down here called 100.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you
There's
guys should
another
hit them
one?
up too. It's also Mishawaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mishawaka. And they also have a school bus in the back. That's the green room.
Nice.
Yep.
The
All right, it's the aesthetic.
the madness of like rolling out an entire stage over the lanes will never get old though. It's unbelievable to me that they like have to re-wax them every single time, and
Yeah.
they just like you're literally in between people bowling.
Mm-hmm.
It's really it's a very cool, unique experience.
Yeah.
And like the way bowling alleys generally are, they're sort of like a tiered kind of like walk down
Yeah.
to like the lanes. So
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
it sets up really well for like people who are watching, because like you can kind of watch from like a little higher,
Sure.
further away, or like lower, closer.
In pit.
But it's weird.
Get your bowling shoes on and just
Yeah.
slide around and dance a little bit, you know?
Yeah. In between like sets, you'll just hear like a bunch of pins
Yep.
Yeah.
fall in, and it's like okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely
Wow.
sets a mood.
It's the
A
mood.
vibe.
The whole vibe. Very cool. What would I find if I opened up your personal Spotify's? What was the last song that you were playing? Or
For me, it's
alternatively,
been so much Madison Cunningham.
All the time, anytime we go into Eric's car, there is like at least a 50% chance that Madison
Yeah.
Cunningham will be on.
Back on Ben Folds.
Yeah.
Saw him last week, and he's just like my favorite. So they're vying for my top spot at the moment. But
attention.
Listen
Yeah.
to a lot of Snarky Puppy.
yeah,
I think across the board for all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
a
pretty-
popular one, yeah.
I mean, Wolfpack, Lawrence, Melt, Couch, obviously, those have already been said.
Yep.
Sammy Ray.
Steven likes a bunch of emo punk music.
Yeah, I think my last two were Nick Campbell, Jacob Mann, I can't remember the drummer's name, and then Movements, which is a post-hardcore band.
Oh,
They're
okay.
very good.
Nice.
It's funny, I don't really listen to a whole lot of funk, just like outside of this band. Yeah. So I have the weirdest, just like niche music taste ever. I listen to a lot of like prog metal.
Okay.
So voiceless metal, and then
Love that.
a lot of
Do you like
just
Covet?
Huh?
You like Covet?
Yeah, Covet stuff. Yeah.
Not metal,
Covet,
but-
like intervals and like that kind of group of
Mhm.
yeah. Other than that, it's a lot of like synthwave. There's some like random just Charlie Puth and Ariana Grande just like
Nice.
thrown in there.
For whatever reason.
I don't know. It's
little
weird.
sprinkle.
Yeah.
Nikki makes some pretty dope lo-fi music on the side. So,
Yeah. I try, you know.
Plug rejected.
Yeah.
Nikki makes some dope music. Man, hold on.
I appreciate the
I
plug.
make some music, okay?
That was your opportunity to say what it's called, Nikki.
Apparently it's got like 10 different names, so.
Yeah.
Different names is a great name.
Honestly.
Ooh. Writing it down.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Add it to the
Put that in the
I can
spreadsheet.
guarantee you that's like there's
Yeah.
probably 15 bands on Spotify that are named
That's fair.
different names.
Different names.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. Every good band name, you're like, ooh, that would be a dope band name. You look on Spotify and there's like 15.
That's why it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why it would be a good band.
Answer to them.
Whenever I think
one
of
is
a band name, I always say it like, "Hey guys, we're blank,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and sometimes I come up with band names to finish that sentence in a weird way.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're
It is
not
fun.
around anymore.
Like
There was a-
reliably bad. Hey, we're reliably bad.
There was a while where you wanted us to be called Always Late, right? And then it would say, hey, we're always late, and that's true.
That's really only true for me, so you know.
Yeah.
Tyler, what are you listening to on Spotify right now?
I mean, it's always snarky and
Yeah.
related projects, but
You don't have to answer what they answer.
Yeah, we'll still like you, we
It's
promise.
true.
Pretend they're not in the room with us right now.
no, but Hiatus Coyote is probably like
Oh,
my
cool.
second
Yeah.
bassist
Cool.
name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
Very,
that stuff.
very tasteful stuff. Let's launch into another tune. I
Want to do 2 more, probably?
I'm gonna try to get off camera for a moment so I can stretch my back.
Smart.
Sure, man.
Wise.
For the record, to
Foxtrot, move
the
on.
audience, I have
Sure.
pulled my back today for some reason.
It was all my fault. I asked for the hi-hat, but that was it.
Those
Ruined
hi-hat
everything.
plugs are heavy.
heavy.
It was-
Nobody likes to be tamed. Girl, you and me were the same. Soon you're gonna be screaming out my name. No, I don't play me no games. I know that you are hungry. I'm gonna give you a taste. Girl, I've been working all day now, trying to get you up inside a tin house. I'ma bring you up like it's a ghost town. Baby, take it easy on the way down. Yeah. No, I want you so bad that it hurts. Out of all of the girls on this earth, don't you know you're the one to come first? Ooh, and I know that you are hungry. I'm gonna give you a taste. Girl, I've been working all day now, trying to get you up inside a tin house. I'ma bring you up like it's some box town. Baby, take it easy on the way down. Oh. Oh, my darling, what the hell is it going to take? Cause you know I'm starving, and I don't know how much longer I can wait. Baby, don't be heartless, you know that I like your way. Girl, I've been working all day now, trying to get you up inside his hen house. I'ma break you up like it's some foxtrot. Baby, take it easy on the way down. I've been working all day now, trying to get you up inside this in-house. I'll bring you up like you're some box child. Baby, take it easy on the way
Whoa. What a tastefully dissonant ending.
That's our sweet spot, baby.
What the hell was that chord?
And that's all just Amy, I think. I think you just chose a spicy note, right?
Yeah, I did.
Commit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Choose a spicy note and commit could be the motto of this band, I think, at times.
If you would let us.
Now we're getting into it.
That song's kind of funny because that, I think, is the single song that we've gone through so many different, the most iterations of, because we started playing it, we couldn't find the groove and couldn't find the vibe of the tune and tried so many different things. And then finally, we're like, Andy, what the fuck do you want out of this song? He was like, Marvin Gaye, and we were like,
I feel
What? Oh!
Yeah.
and
It's
then
just
that,
sexual
soulful thing,
healing.
kind of.
Got
Yeah.
it, got it.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so, we had so many rehearsals on that tune.
Yeah.
Why is it still not right?
Yeah.
Played it live a bunch of times. We're like, man, this song just kind of sucks. And now
Yeah.
it's like
Oh wait, we were
not
just
out
doing
of the
that
set
job.
ever. Yeah, it was just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just us.
Yeah.
It's a lovely tune. It's very, as I mentioned, soulful. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Whispers. Have you
Okay.
heard the Whispers? They're probably, I'm not going to reach for that.
Good call, good call.
But they're great. You guys have any?
Appreciate the record collection, the Cool in the Gang, and the Thundercat challenge.
Yeah.
You know.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
It's
I
got-
haven't opened it yet.
Weather
I'm very
Report.
excited to.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff on the
Killer
wall.
album.
Primus.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Chicoria.
The Light as a Feather record.
That's my favorite.
Weather Report. You know.
The-
Can't go wrong with the Weather Report.
That's the album that, well, Chicoria is the album that got me back into playing jazz from classical, but this interview's not about me. Well, you know, segue.
It's a Rhodes Mark
Do you guys have a favorite funk group or album that really inspires you and you think about when you're writing or when you're playing?
I think like for me, like Mark Lettieri's stuff, like he has so much like great instructional video for like guitar players and stuff in particular that's about like how he approaches stuff, and every time I like dive into him, I feel so inspired to like write a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Lawrence and Couch are definitely bands that I've like every time I go try. I feel like a lot of times I
was
try to
thinking
like
more like you know, original era P-funk stuff, like
Yeah.
those guys back then.
Yeah.
But any answer will work, really.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's got it?
We're kind of that. We got into funk. I feel like mostly through Wolfpack and
Yeah.
Corey Wong.
Yeah.
That was like, we really liked those two bands. And so Hen Turkey as a band kind of started as like a Wolfpack
Cover
cover
band.
band in a way. So really that's kind of our like biggest inspirations, I guess, from a standpoint of a band. It's just that, like,
Okay, well in that case, what's your favorite Wolfpack song? Each of you.
oh,
I mean,
Uh,
right now, I
Do
think
it.
How Much Do You Love Me is definitely. Oh, that's not a
That's
Wolfpack
Wolf
song.
Mom.
That's a Wolf. It's all. You know what I mean.
it's the same unit.
It's
like
in
the
the-
Marvel
it's in the Jack
universe.
Stratton.
Yeah, exactly.
It's DCU.
The Wolf
He's
Extended
Thor.
Universe.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that.
For you, it's beastly. I mean, how could it not be right?
I don't think it's peaceful.
Do you know that was their
Aw.
first time that they ever played together, and they put a camera up? That was like their first rehearsal.
Really?
West rolled his Rhodes out of his dorm room into a University of Michigan rehearsal space. It's like, man.
Probably not D-Town. I'd say
D-Town?
probably Disco Ulysses, honestly.
I love Disco Ulysses.
Yeah,
You
that's
cannot
like-
play that shit for the life of me, though.
That one is
Yeah.
much harder than D-Town
It is.
to
Yeah,
execute.
the
The like
feel.
the string jumping,
Yeah.
that's so hard.
And just to make it feel groovy is
Yeah.
like really hard.
Totally.
I like Animal Spirits.
That's a great one.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably my favorite.
Rango 2 is a really good one.
Is that the one with Blake Mills?
I think so.
What's your
I think it's
favorite?
It gets funkier 4 is kind of cool.
Sure.
I think for practicality's sake, because there's 4 different versions of it, I
Yeah.
think it gets funkier. It's gonna be my pick.
I love the Madison
Nothing
Square
else
Garden
gives you
version of it gets funkier too, the live version.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Adrienne and Adrienne is also really fun.
Oh,
too.
that's
Yeah.
such a good one.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
like-
What's the one where Jack's the tumbler?
What?
He's listed as a tumbler.
I don't know.
He doesn't play anything. He just like stomps around in the video.
Like-
I don't know.
Oh, half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, we're nearing the end of the program here, so I'd like to give you guys an opportunity to do any shout-outs or, say hello to anybody who might be watching this video in the future or currently. I don't have the monitor up, unfortunately, for the chat, but I can see if anybody in the audience has left us any lovely messages. Typically, there are, the traditional one is yeehaw.
Okay.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
I say yeehaws in the chat, please.
Yo,
Well
please
said.
drop some yeehaws.
I'll say thank you to my lovely wife Alex, who inspired a lot of the songs on the record that we're going to release on the 26th.
A lovely, totally required shout out.
Yeah. I've not done it a lot in the past, and it's bad. Not done it a lot of times when I should have done it, so
I won't,
make a point.
won't thank my inspiration for that.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Lost Lake.
Lost
Friday.
Lake next Friday. The
Sold
album
out.
comes out Friday, so
Yeah.
like that's if
Save
you
it
like
for
what you're
the
hearing,
Yeah.
please go listen to it on Friday.
Yeah, follow us on Spotify and on social medias, and then we'll tell you a billion times about the record when it comes out.
And we're like always kind of writing stuff, so we'll have more stuff again.
Yeah.
Like try
We've
to make
got
all the
plans
shows.
for more tunes
We
in
got
the
a whole
future.
Mario Kart thing planned.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
The Mario Kart big band rips.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
It's a tall order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
That's what makes it fun.
That's
though,
like when we
you know?
put our original song in between 2 Stevie Wonder songs. We're just like, yeah, oh, all right.
I hope it's Another Star or Higher Ground or, I Wish is the
That's
standard.
It's
Yeah.
a cult classic.
We've played weddings before and we know
Yeah.
the wedding tunes.
Isn't she lovely?
Yeah.
Master Blaster.
You guys are prolific musicians. You sound great.
Thank you.
And you all seem like wonderful people for the purposes of being here for an hour with me and playing music for me. So I deeply appreciate hanging out with you.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
It's been a tremendous amount of fun, and we're gonna hop off the air here before we hurt each other.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
This has been Hand Turkey. Next week we will be having Guillotine on. It's spelled Gila.
Like a Gila monster.
Something
Nice.
like that, yeah. King Gizzard. Have a great evening, everyone. Signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye!